I'm Keith Gallagher from Kayak Fishing, Wisconsin, and today we'll be doing a review between the Native Watercraft Slayer and the new Old Town Predator PDL. I've been pedaling the Slayer for the last few years and it's been great. It's been a big game changer when it comes to fishing. As you know, I do a lot of fishing on Lake Michigan, trolling for salmon. Any kayak, especially where you're going to be trolling and having to cover distance, pedal drives bar none are the way to go. And I had a great opportunity to try out the new Predator PDL and to compare the two, and I'm going to go through and kind of just point out some of the things that are quite substantial differences between the two, and tell you what I like about it, and you can make your own decision on what you think is better. But well, as you can see, you can sit pretty nice and high in this in the Predator here. The seat's a little bit higher than the Slayer. You're sitting up a little bit more comfortable position for the pedaling. Your legs are not angled up as much. That's what I kind of noticed when I first sat in here. It's a lot wider. If you look in here, you got, I don't know if the inside part is wider. I think the boat is wider by a little bit, so it is a little more stable. Real easy to stand up. One of the things you're going to notice right away is that your pedal drive system, it's in the center, but it's all flat. So this is an area that you can actually use to stand up on. You don't have to have that hump in the way. They both have storage underneath, but with the Slayer, you have this bump up here. It really hinders me from getting my gear out of here. It gets caught up as I'm bringing it out. It's kind of a restricted space here. You don't have that problem with the Predator PDL. Let's talk about deploying and checking your pedal drive system. On the Slayer, you got your cockpit. You have to lift up the cover plate, then you have to bring it up, and you got a cover plate that's in the way. Mine I had rigged up with my fish locator, so that was a lot of stuff that was in the way as I wanted to try to clear it. This one, it's real simple. You unlock, you lift up, you can lock it in and push it forward, and it's set in place. That's all you gotta do. So if you have any weeds or you're coming in shallow, this is a real simple, quick and easy way. You just grab it, bring it up, set it down. Talk about hull design. The Predator has that nose on there that has a deep running keel on front, and then it kind of rides in there. So that's going to take a wave. It's going to help the traction. On a Native Watercraft, you have a very large bulbous nose, which makes you porpoise up on a wave, splashes quite a bit. It's a lot louder when you're in a Native because the water's slapping away from that nose. And the tracking on this thing is phenomenal. With that keel design, it really, I set the rudder in one position, and there's such minor adjustments to keep yourself going. In a Slayer, it's kind of a constant. It's going to be your left, it's going to be your right, and that's because of that bulbous nose. It doesn't have that keel design in front to kind of keep you tracked in the right direction. So there's another big difference right there. Let's talk about takeoff. With the Slayer, you kind of feel like you got the old two-wheel drive, no posi, and you hit the gas and you're spinning. Let's say we're in a little snow or something, you're just spinning, and then you start to slowly kind of get your speed going up. Okay, everybody knows that if you've been in a Slayer. It doesn't have that takeoff. Okay, well this is like all-wheel drive. Alright, as soon as you hit the gas, you're moving. You got speed like instantly. It's ridiculous. I still can't believe how fast it just takes off. So I'm gonna bring out my phone and check your GPS and show you how quick the thing will take off here. Alright, here we are, pretty much at a standstill. I'm using one hand on the camera and one hand on the phone, and you'll see how well it tracks too when I take off. Alright, from a standstill. Now I'm going to give it the gas here. Alright, right now, boom, 5 something. That rudder is another key element too, besides the fact that it allows you to steer better and faster. you can take it in and out with the use of the lever. Lever right here, just lift it up, put it in there. Carries in that slot right there. Put it back down in. Good to go. Now, to me, that's going to be huge when I'm out on Lake Michigan. I'm doing a beach landing, and I'm coming in, and I need to, waves are pounding, and I want to get my kayak up there as fast as I can. I'm not going to have to worry about breaking my rudder off like on the Native. It has that kind of a plastic rudder that's a little smaller, but it's always been an issue. I've always been concerned about that. Also, on the back, on the keel there's a keel wear strip on there. So if you do drag it, before you start getting into your actual plastic for your kayak, you can replace that wear strip. What you're going to notice right away from the Predator PDL is that you're going to get instant response from the rudder. When you want to go forward, you turn it, you're going to start to turn immediately. When you back up, you're actually going to back up and you're going to start to turn immediately, unlike the Slayer. So I really feel like you can dang near parallel park this thing. It's pretty amazing. A few other notable differences were it was a drier ride. Your feet definitely stayed a lot drier. Didn't fill with water when you slowed down. There was a battery bag underneath in the front hatch cover that you could put a battery in. Bigger seat. The seat comes with some extra storage in the back and then underneath there, so you can have some things that are not sitting down. And then there are side pockets on the inside of the kayak that you can put pliers and different things that are going to be in front of you, but off to the side and out of the way of your feet, which, I don't know how many times I've tried to find that pliers underneath my seat in the Slayer. Now, with all these good things about the Predator PDL, there's got to be some negatives, and of course, weight's one of them. It is 117 pounds fully loaded, which is not too far off from the Native Watercraft Slayer, which is 108 fully loaded. The other thing I found was that there was a cup holder on the Predator PDL to the right there by the seat, which I didn't really find that practical or useful. But other than that, it had a lot of things that were positive going for it. It is wider. It's 36 inches compared to the Slayer that's 33. But another difference here is that the pedal drive is touted as maintenance free on the Predator PDL, which is not, of course, the case with the Slayer. So, hope that helps you make your decisions, whichever they may be. If you have a Slayer, if your plans are getting a Slayer, it's still a great kayak. It definitely performs well. If you want some better features, if you're looking to upgrade, Predator PDL is definitely a choice that I would be making. Thanks for watching, and thanks to Johnson Outdoors for allowing me to demo this kayak.